we're just so glad to be a little bitty part of it. My name is Dr. Francine Hash. I always forget to say that. I just always assume everybody knows me. But my name is Dr. Francine Hash, and I just open up for Tammy, and I'm honored that she asked me to do this for her. I get to meet all the wonderful people that are on all of these calls and see your beautiful faces. Shireen has come into the call. We would love to see your face, Shireen. We see your name, but we don't see a beautiful smiling face. Keya is on the call, and we see Apostle Cynthia Dixon. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I am. Please forgive me if I don't say titles correctly, but I try to honor you, everyone, with the call that God has on your life. And thank you, Cynthia, for being with us. That beautiful smile. She's one of those people that just keeps a smile on her face all the time. It's just, she was just born with a smile. And so she's smiling when she's not even trying to smile. She just has that beautiful, beautiful smile. So thank you so much for being with us again tonight. Thank every one of you all for just taking the time, getting off work or whatever your day has been like, and then taking the time to be here so that we can just keep peeling those layers of onion off of us, peeling those layers off of us and becoming the best that God wants us to be. Because too often we don't even know that we have some things in our lives. Everybody else sees it, but we don't see it. And so until you put yourself out there like this to see yourself, you don't know what needs to be fixed. But we all have a responsibility to work on ourselves to become the best that we can possibly be during this little time that God puts us on this earth. Time goes by so fast, and before you know it, it's almost time to transition back to Him. And so most of us have lived over 2/3 of our lives. So this 1/3, we really need to get it right so we can leave an inheritance for our children's children, leave character, leave integrity, leave honor here on this earth, that our children will be able to say wonderful things about us when we're not here. Well, I'm not going to belabor the time. I was talking a little bit more than I usually do to give more people to come on uh, to be on the call with us. But welcome everybody again. I will say again, would you please show your faces? I see some beautiful pictures. They're beautiful. I see some phone numbers. And but we would really love it if you would just grace us with your face and with your smile. And so we can just commingle together on this night. So thank you so very much. So without any further ado, I am going to bring up before you our visionary, Miss Tammy Watson. If you could just unmute yourself, and everybody, hey, here's Tammy.
Hello, hello, everyone. I hope that you all can hear me. I am in New Mexico. Hopefully, of course, I'm with my son, and so thank God we're in his apartment. He was like, "Ma, I don't know what's going on with my internet," but anyway, we're gonna do what we're gonna do tonight, and I am so excited about tonight. Tonight is going to be a great night. And so today in my devotion, I always take out time to really go in and just pray. And I seek God's face, who are going to be the next person that I'm going to put on this platform so we can be able to hear what God has to say about vision. And we know that in the purpose for this vision book is it is a tool that helps you to envision, okay? To envision what you want to happen, what you want to manifest to happen. And so I'm just so excited that we're going to be talking about self-love, because we know that self-love is so important. As I was in my meditation today, God brought to me 1 Corinthians 3:16. And I want to read that to you, what 1 Corinthians 3:16 said, because it's so perfect for tonight. It says, "Do you not know and understand that the church are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwells permanently in you and collectively and individually? If anyone destroy the temple of God, corrupted is false doctrine, God will destroy the destroyer, for the temple of God is the Holy Spirit. Basically, what that is saying, that God said our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. And so the Spirit dwells inside of us. And that was coming. And if I can get everybody on their, please, while we're doing this. Dr. Hatch, can we get you to mute, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know I wasn't muted.
That's okay.
Please forgive me.
Yeah, so if we can make sure, that we're muted for tonight, because we definitely do not want to miss what we have to say. So I love it when it talks about, is it okay to love yourself? And tonight we're going to bring up two beautiful, amazing ladies that is going to talk about, is it okay to love yourself? And before I get started, I want to see, I know Dr. Patricia Bailey, she was coming up to say a couple things, and I know that she was dealing with some issues. Let me see if she's on. Is Dr. Bailey? No, she's not here yet. But anyway, so what I'm gonna do is, she's not here, but we're gonna go ahead and get started, because I know she ran into a couple issues. You know, she's a powerful minister all over the world, and all the things that have happened. I know that she was trying to get done what she was doing, working with a group of people that she was ministering to. So what I wanna do is, I don't want to go in, I wanna bring up the first speaker, and I wanna read her bio because it is so important. I met Janae Childress probably about 10 years ago. She moved into our city. She was her and her husband at the time, they was looking to purchase a home, and I was working with them. And from that point, from becoming a client, she became a good friend of mine, a dear good friend of mine. And I'm just so excited to be able to bring her up, because I have seen her go from one extreme to the next extreme, from having pain and not loving herself, into who she is today. I have seen it with my own personal eyes, and I thought it was just perfect for her to get up and talk about self-love, about yourself and your mind. And okay, Dr. Bailey is coming. She's coming on. So what I want to do, I want to go ahead and read her bio, okay? Janae Childress is an educator and consummated professional speaker. She is delivered concentrated based strategy that has an immediate impact on the audience. Wow, you got it. When you hear her, she's going to be awesome. Miss Children's passion for education is evidenced in her speaking. She draws from her professional and life experience. Janae is an author of 3 books. Her children's books empower children to feel helpful, brave, and loving when facing with a parent diagnosed with breast cancer. And when she began to talk, she's going to tell you her story. She also is okay, let me see, wait a minute, how long? I got to get this thing up. It went away from me. Okay, she also has a nonprofit organization, Kids Wear Pink Too. Her 3rd book, titled The 30 Days Loving You When Life Isn't Full of Roses and Glitters, are all on an Amazon best-selling list. Janae create her journey therapy of self-loving, self-healing, and discovery in hopes of assisting individuals through the self-loving process. So I don't want to go on, and because it is a very long bio. She have done so many things, and I just wanted to tell you a little about who she is. And so I want you all to take notes. I want you to sit forward, because Janae is going to bring some tips, and she's going to drop for you that is going to blow your mind when she give you her story, who she is and how she came up with her 30-day self-loving and her pink, I Wear Pink Too. So I want to bring before you to the floor, Janae Childress. Please have the floor.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hello, everybody. Nice to meet everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Like she said, my name is Janae Childress. I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for 23 years. I have three books, children's book. I'm gonna just do a brief, quick story because I know we don't have a whole lot of time. I wrote 2 children's books about children dealing with a parent that has breast cancer. My best friend was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2010. And through that process, I watched her daughter just kind of go along with her and try to understand what was happening to her mom. Unfortunately, my best friend passed away in 2017 of stage 4 breast cancer, and her daughter at that time was only 5. So we created a nonprofit to support her and other children that go through losing a parent to breast cancer. I also wrote a book titled 30 Days of Loving You When Life Isn't Full of Roses and Glitter, because we all know how life can be sometimes. And what it is this book will take you through 30 days of peeling away some of the pain, some of the hurt, how to get through it, how to adjust, to tell yourself it's okay. And for me, at a point in my life, I was going through a traumatic situation. I was going through a divorce. And for me, the only really way for me to really get through it and to get back on my feet was to write and to journal and to write things down. So during that time, I went through like this whole process of writing down. Tammy would come to my house and I would have all these sticky notes all over my mirror. And she'd be like, "Child, what is all this?" And I would just go through and it would just help me get through it every day. So what I did is I created a small, quick PowerPoint of 10 strategies of how you can love, begin to self-love. So I'm going to share my screen with you all so you can see it. Can you guys see it? Can you see it? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So top 10 strategies of self-love. Okay, my computer's not working. Okay. So one of the first things you always ask yourself, are you enough? Because society always tells us that we are not. I'm not small enough. I don't make enough money. I don't have the right relationship. I don't have this. I don't have that. But at some point, you have to sit back, take a look at yourself in the mirror and say, listen, I am enough. I am enough to love. I am enough to be who I am. I'm enough to be this amazing woman that I am. So it's a different mindset change that you have to start having within yourself. Another strategy, share your whole story and your whole heart. A lot of times when you are going through some traumatic time in your life, you need that one person that you can confide in to really help. So at that time, when I was going through my traumatic part, actually was Tammy at that present time. And she really helped me get through certain things in my life, as well as to become more spiritual. And Tammy and I used to have like a spiritual warfare going on, because she would push and I would push away. And we would go back and forth. And I'll be like, Tammy, girl, I don't want to hear that right now. And she'll be like, no, Janae, the Bible says. And it took that for me to embrace it and to really understand how important it is to sometimes you need that person, that ear that you can lean on and listen to someone to help you get through your traumatic times. Another strategy, silence can never be misquoted. Sometimes people often think that when you're quiet and you don't say anything, that you just don't have anything to say at all. And what I've learned through things that in my life, that sometimes if you just remain quiet, and quiet could be you being quiet, you disconnecting from the internet, you disconnecting from family members, disconnecting from friends, you become silent within yourself. This is a time where I learned to meditate and go through meditation and to understand me and what I needed to go through. So for me, that was one of the most important things. And I really felt good about it, because when you're silent, you can hear the chatter around you that's going around. And when you're in that moment, you can make the brief decision to say, hey, I'm good. I don't need to be bothered with this right now, because it's too much toxic energy around me, and I don't need that. Another important thing is vulnerability is the birthplace for love. Vulnerability is the most positive, not really positive, but it's the center of all emotions. So vulnerability, you're going to have love, you're going to have loyalty, you're going to have fear, you're going to have all those things encompassed within being vulnerable. But the one thing that you have to understand, that There is no creativity or innovation without failure. So that vulnerability kind of is like a seesaw. So it allows you to, okay, I'm gonna try this. Okay, I'm not gonna try this, because then you start playing this kind of guessing game with yourself. Am I really good enough to achieve what I really want? So sometimes failure, it's okay to fail, because sometimes that failure allows you to regroup, rebrand, and say, hey, okay, I need to really get myself together. Another one strategy I want to talk about is letting go of your armor. And when I say this armor that we have on us as women is armor that is on us from childhood all the way through now. Things that have happened in your life, whether it be trauma, whether it be anything else, but we wear that armor on us all the time. But we still manage our homes, we still manage our children, we still manage our jobs, we still manage, if we're entrepreneurs, we still manage all that. But a lot of times, if that armor becomes too heavy, it weighs us down and we're not able to move forward, and it kind of hinders us into what we need to do. So it's almost like, I wouldn't say like a midlife crisis, but it's a point where you begin to self unravel everything that you have gone through. And sometimes it's okay to let go of that. And it's okay sometimes that if you don't have questions or answers, well, why did this happen to me when I was a child? Okay, you know it happened. So now you need to move on to make sure that these things don't happen again. And you need to move on and try to improve yourself in so many ways. Another thing is to speak to yourself the way you speak to someone you love. So think about it. Think about a time in your life when you really, really were completely maybe in love with your spouse and the way you talk to him. But that is the exact way that you have to talk to yourself. And we don't do that, ladies. We do not do that. We don't say, God, girl, you look good today. I feel good today. We don't say that. You know, we might be like, oh, girl, let me get this coffee and get this day going. But you have to take a moment to just really stop and just tell yourself, hey, let's have a great day. And remember just to speak to yourself and say that to yourself. I need to speak to myself in the same manner that I would speak to someone who I truly love. Another strategy is to let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism sometimes can be a hindrance to us because we want to be perfect in our job. We want to have the perfect life. We want to have the perfect look. We want to have all of these perfect things. But we kind of smear all of these perfect things on us as women, but in actuality, it's really just to cover us from being hurt. It's really to cover us from really just trying to understand what other people are saying to us and allowing us to get criticism and things like that. So if you're not really like, okay, God, I have to be perfect with this, you don't, because everything that we do is not perfect. You know, we can't be perfect in everything, in every aspect of our life. And some components, there are going to be situations where you may need to lean on others for advice or anything else. So sometimes you have to let go of your perfectionism to really let you move on and succeed in life. Another thing I'm going to talk about is being grateful. And a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. I'm going to say that again. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. And when you can wake up and have a grateful heart and acknowledge that on a daily basis, you will begin to see things manifest in your life. And sometimes it can be kind of tricky because we get stuck in the everyday of everything of what's going on in our lives. But I think if you wake up and you can say, hey, take a moment, whether you pray, whether you meditate, with whoever you pray to, just have a grateful heart, because again, it opens so many doors for you. So many doors for you. Another thing I want to talk about is practice authenticity. Authenticity can often be kind of tricky because we don't understand. We want to be authentic. You want to be authentic to other people, but sometimes you can walk in a crowd and you can automatically look at somebody and be like, child, she is fake as I don't know what. Like, you can sense it, you can feel it. So what you need to do is just understand that authenticity, you have to practice this every day. It is something that you practice on a daily basis because it requires vulnerability. It requires you being transparent. It requires integrity in all of these things. So just remember to practice authenticity, it has to be done every single day. Another thing that we need to try to do as women is to embrace our awkwardness. And I actually put that in a page in my book where you actually go through and say to yourself, I love my awkwardness. I love being me. Because we don't embrace things like that. All of us are made specially. All of us are made individually. All of us are made in a certain way. And whatever your awkwardness is, I look at that as something being positive, because you may be able to help somebody where they may be going through something and you just don't know. So a lot of times it's very important to embrace your awkwardness and talk about it. I don't know, for everybody it's going to be something totally different. So just embrace your flaws. And that's what I always say to women all the time. So the key to self-love is being able to challenge yourself daily. And for me, when I created 30 Days of Loving You, it's a journal book where you write on a daily basis for 30 straight days of different components in your life and how you need to work on it. So when you're going through the self-love process, what you need to understand is do not let your mind bully your body. If you let your mind bully your body, you are not going to be able to move forward. And one way to do that is you have to be able to sit quietly, manifest things, see your vision. That's what Tammy is doing now with her program. And really, really, really be control of your mind. Because once your mind is in control, everything else will fall into place. Your love life, your finances, your health, all of those things. So it really is important just to be stress-free. Love yourself, talk to yourself in the mirror, because I do it sometimes in the morning. I'll be like, girl, we're gonna have a good day today. We're gonna knock these things out and we're gonna get this done. It's your time for you. And I find that when you are able to self-love and love yourself, like I said before, everything else falls into place. So it's just do it, ladies. It's just something that I think that needs to be done, that we need to do as women. And that is it. That is it. Yeah, that's it. So I hope that was helpful.
Wow, Janae, that was awesome. I tell you, I really love the part you says, speak to yourself the way you speak to someone you love. How about that? How about that? Speak to yourself the way you speak to someone you love. I tell you what, one of the things for me, as I thought about this session for tonight, I sat there this morning and I said, what happened to me, made me feel the way I felt back, before I got myself healed. I used to feel like I was not worthy and I had to be a people pleaser and I was hating on myself. And so I actually have got Janae's book, and Janae's book is teaching you how to love yourself, because a lot of times, because our past pains and the things that we go through, sometimes it calls us not to love ourselves. So if you definitely need some 30 days tips on loving you, I would say go to Amazon and get her book, because that book can help you create some things in your life as well. So the next thing I want to do is I want to bring up our next speaker, and her name is Kayla Ward. And let me read her bio. And then I personally have a testimony working with Keya. Keya is my fitness coach. And so when I thought about who should come on the stage to speak, I said the perfect person is Keya Ward, because not only that, she has caused me to create vision in my life, but many other people's lives. Okay. Keya, today, I guess if you went on to Vision Book and you got a chance to see a testimony, and from Donna Montgomery, she is our vision sister. She's in our club. She called me last week, and we talked about her goals and what she was looking for in her vision. And we talked about her getting in, her fitness part, that was part of the things, because what in this vision book, the thing that we do, we create vision in 12 areas of our life. And I always mention this, not only just in success, but in your physical being, in your mind, your self-love, what Janae just got to speaking on. And if you all can get a hold of this and you write your vision, let me tell you how important it is going to be for you to be able to have things to manifest in your life. Last week, I was on Wealth Summit with Lakeitha Scott, and she talked about, I heard this lady say, from concept to manifestation. And I caught that. And I said, oh my God, if you can just get that from concept to manifestation, this is what this vision book is about. This is why it's so important for you to write. And so in my vision book with one of the ladies we were talking to, Montgomery, Donna Montgomery, she told me, she said, nah, Tammy, I can't do it. She gave me so many excuses. And I listened to her. And then I said, you know, as your vision coach, I cannot allow you to make an excuse, because I know that you can too, because she has I can too movement. And let me tell you, she gave me excuses. She gave Keya. One of the things I love about Kayla Ward, she do not allow us to make excuses. Donna, sign up. And today, and I wish that she can put that video on, but let me tell you, I'm sitting in New Mexico. And when I seen that video, I started crying, and I'm 2 hours behind you. So I was in the bed. And so I had to jump up and go outside, because it just blew my mind how she did not allow excuses. She started creating her vision on fitness, and the excuse was trying to come in her mind, and she didn't. So she went and she met with Keya and the ladies. And I'm gonna tell you, it blessed my heart that to see her video and to see all the things that took place this morning, that those ladies came together. That's what I love about this group, the Tribe Sister. So Keya, let me tell you, she's is a happy lifestyle without fears, without limits, without excuses. And so this is what I'm talking about. Through her, she has created a sisterhood that helps to transform women from the inside out, mentally, spiritually, physically, through exercises and workshop. With her assisting and motivation, her tribes have lost over 1,000 pounds. Oh my gosh, I hope that you guys can hear me. She have lost over 1,000 pounds, okay? And she herself has nearly 50 pounds while gaining self-confidence and self-control. And let me tell you what, she has just blessed our life. And I wish that we can put that video up, what happened today. If there is a way that we can put that video up, these ladies got to see what she did at the end. So I don't want to sit up here and talk about me anymore, but I want to bring up my coach, my mentor, my fitness coach, Kayla Ward. Please take the stage.
Am I unmuted now? Can y'all ladies hear me? So I am so excited. I don't know if you can tell, but I am excited. I never take for granted when I get an opportunity to do what God has called me to do. When he gives me this platform, I'm telling you, I'm going to give you all my energy, all my life. So I want to see your faces. And I mean, give me some thumbs up. You know, if you like something, use the chat. Tammy, I have to say thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for your Vision Book Club. It has blessed me so much to see the different documents and the presentations every week. And I think this is so fitting that you put me in this self-love, because I'm actually doing a session right now on self-love and self-reflections. You know, what do you want to see yourself as? So I think it goes right along with the vision parts. And I'm not sure if Tammy gave you I come with a warning label. So I don't know if she told you about that. I can only be me. You know, I can't give you anything else. So whatever I give you tonight is going to be raw and real, because I used to be that chick that didn't love herself. And so when you come from that place, then you don't worry about what nobody else thinks, says, or feels. And so I know I'm here on assignment, so I may step on your toes a little bit, and I might say I'm sorry, but no, I'm really not, because I'm coming to do what I need to do. So I'm going to give it to you that way, because like I said, I used to be that chick that didn't love herself. I used to be that girl that would stay in the mirror and like, my legs look like ham hocks with cream cheese on it. When I walk, my thighs sound like thunder and they make music. I got rolls, jelly rolls for days, and I didn't like myself. I used to be that girl that let men abuse me, walk over me. I used to be that girl that had no self-confidence. I used to be that girl that became whatever everybody wanted me to be. And I used to be that girl that tried to kill myself and take me out. But let me tell you, God, see, he had a plan and he had a purpose set up. And so all my mess that I went through became my message. And I became that girl that learned to love herself so that I can help other women learn to live a happier and a happier lifestyle without fear, without limits, and without excuses, and to be able to teach you how to love yourself. So Tammy's topic tonight was, is it okay to love yourself? I can answer that, but what about y'all? I mean, is it okay? Raise your hand if it is. I mean, let me scroll through. I only see a few hands going up. What's okay? A little bit more. Is it okay? And yes, it is okay to love yourself. And I mean, I'm talking about not the fake love, real love. You know, like Mary J. Blige said, that real love, that's how we need to learn how to love ourselves. That real type of love. The love that you had the confidence to get up and to walk boldly, like Janae said, and uniquely in your calling. Not trying to be like anybody else, but being authentically you. So that's what I want to talk about tonight. It's just a few tips on self-love and self-care. And so one of the first things that I want to tell you is that you alone are responsible for your life and for your happiness. And in order to do that, you got to learn how to love yourself. So tip number one, if you got a pen, I'm sorry, I don't have a presentation. I usually do that, but life just got in the way. But tip number one is to learn how to be selfish. Y'all got that? Be selfish. One of the most acceptable forms of self-hate is us putting ourselves last. You know, in society, we as Black women, we got the S on our chest syndrome. We have to be everything to everyone and everybody, always putting ourselves last. That's a form of self-hate. We have to learn how to take the time to put ourselves first, okay? And nothing is wrong with that. That's what we need to do in our lives. You know, a lot of times we're like, I can't work out because I got to take Johnny to soccer practice. I got to order out because I'm working late. So I didn't have time to meal prep. So I'm going to just order some bad food. I can't stick to my goals because I'm hanging out with my friends, going to their parties. And you know something, it is okay. Listen, Linda, it is okay to say no. It is a beautiful thing to learn to say no. You can say it in English, no. You can say it in Italian, it's no. You can say it in Spanish, it's no. Matter of fact, let's all practice. See how it feels coming off your tongue. Just say no. I don't see nobody's lips moving. No, it feels good. It really does. You can, no, nada, not gonna happen, not today. You can get real professional with it. I politely decline. Or you can get hood with it, not today, not gonna happen. You know, sometimes that part of me come out. But it's okay to learn to say no. You know, it's okay to leave Johnny on the soccer field and you go and work out. We don't always have to be sideline coaches. He'll be okay if you go work out or you go walk. They'll be all right. You know, you can find time to meal prep and not order out if you was minding your business and not on social media all weekend in your free time, minding everybody else's business and not yours. You can tell your friends, look, Kamara, I cannot hang out with you tonight at your party because I know you're going to have drinks and a cupcake, and I know I'm going to be tempted to do this, and it's not going to help me get to my goal. So how about I just take you out at another time? How about you come to boot camp with me? It's okay to say no and put yourself first sometimes. So that's number one, be selfish. Number two is to make time for yourself. Kind of goes along with number one, but make time for yourself and make it all about you. And so when I say make time for yourself, I need you to make a date. So I'm going to go in my phone, my journal, my planner, whatever, and I'm going to say, okay, today is all about me. Today is my massage day, my pedicure day, all my workouts is going to be planned, my meal prep is planned, and it's all about me. And I'm making a date with myself. You know, just like how when you was dating Joe, you know, you made that a priority. You know, we got our hair did, our nails done. We made sure we was clean and fresh. And so you need to take that same energy when it comes to you and put yourself first, make that date. And I mean, show up for it. Don't let anything get in the way. Like with your workouts, have those plans out, and you know, you got workout in the morning, get your workout clothes together, be cute, you know, fix your hair. Don't go, please, Black women, listen, Lindas, if you do go work out, don't go to the gym with your bonnet on and your rollers on. Don't do that, okay? It's not cute at all. Fix yourself up, because as women, when we look good, we feel better. Am I telling the truth? Put some lip gloss on. Fix your hair, fix your face, and do stuff for yourself, because anybody else, if it was for a man you was dating, you would look good, right? So when you take yourself on a date, look good. So put yourself first and make those dates. Did she tell y'all I was a little crazy? If she did, and if you can't tell by now. So number three is invest in your health. And this is the stuff that I like to talk about, because you know this is my area. And I like to tell people. And a lot of people like, Keya, but being healthy costs so much money. Lies and garbage you tell. That is a lie. I'm going to tell you, being unhealthy is what's expensive. And if you don't remember anything else, I need you to write this down and remember this. When it comes to your health, either you're going to pay on the front end or you're going to pay on the back end. You're going to pay now or either you're going to pay later. Keya, what do you mean by that? Let me tell you. Either you're going to pay right now, getting your butt in the gym and exercise and burning those calories. You're going to pay right now, taking the time and the choices to eat the right foods, put the right vitamins and supplements. You're going to pay that cost. And if you don't want to do that, then down the line on the back end, later you're going to pay the cost of being on all these medications, doctor visits, fighting with diseases. So the choice is yours. Invest in yourself and pay now or either pay later. Now, I don't have time to go into all of that today, but like I said, being healthy is not expensive. It's about making the right choices and decisions, getting knowledge. So if you don't know how to do this, I suggest you find somebody to help you do it. Now, I know this real amazing chick. Her name is Keya, and she can definitely help you with that. Now, she may not be for you, because I know I'm not for everybody. I'm loud. I will bust out in a twerk in a minute. I lie a lot. That's what my clients say. They say I lie. I mean, I can't count. So 20 really means 50. So I know I'm not for everybody, but there are so many wonderful people that can help you in your fitness journey. So invest in a coach, invest in a trainer, invest in a gym membership. Planet Fitness, if it ever opens again, it's only $10. You know, so take the time to invest in some of these things. Invest in a therapist. You know, it's not all just with our bodies. Sometimes we need to get that mental health fixed too, right? You know, we can't always talk to everybody. We can't always keep that stuff in. So find the time to invest in these things. Either do it now or later. And just going on that point, I'll hear people say, but it's just too much money to eat right and to live right. And I'm like, you're lying. You know, you will find $100 to go to Ruth Chris, but if I send you to Trader Joe's, it costs too much money. You got 2 hours to sit to get your eyelashes and your nails done and spend $100. I know when I was getting my eyelashes done, it took almost 2 hours and it was expensive. It was cute, but that's an investment that I could have put towards my health. So when I see all y'all with your weaves and your hair slicked to the side and you tell me you can't afford to get healthy, no, that's a lie. You choose not to do that. So make yourself and your health an investment, because that's a form of self-love. Invest in yourself. I'm gonna just take just a little side journey since I was talking about that. You know, a lot of times we as Black women, you know, we got to make sure that on the outside we look good. We'll rock our MK bags, our hair is always done, our nails are done, we got on our red bottoms, our makeup is perfect. We need our insides to match our outsides. Y'all hear what I'm saying? You know, a lot of times we put on these masks and cover up so we look good, but then in the inside you broke down, busted, and disgusted, you feeling awful. So invest in that time to heal from the inside out. Don't just have the appearance. You know, this is something that Janae was talking about, being authentic. It's okay to not be okay all the time. We don't need to put on a front every time and make it appear that everything is good. No, be vulnerable and let somebody else help you. All right. Did I skip one? Oh, that was number 3. So this is the last one, is number 4, is to practice exercises daily. Now, y'all know I'm a fitness coach. So you know I was not about to let you get off of this call without putting you through some exercises. So if you thought you were just going to sit in your chair all night and not do anything, boy, were you wrong. But I want to tell you about practicing self-love. It's 3 types of exercises that I want you to work on every single day. And I'm going to go through some of them with you. Now, I'm one of these coaches that believe that you need to transform in all 3 areas: mind, body, and soul. I don't believe that you can just work on one area and leave the other one off. If you do, you're not loving yourself. So one of the things that I would tell you that you need to do is to work on your mental exercises every single day. In the chat, or if you want to unmute yourself, I got a question for you. Does anybody know what the most powerful muscle is that you have? Anybody?
Is it your heart?
Close. Somebody, I see a chat says the brain. Let me see what else we put in the chat. Oh, I did see that. I like that Tracy said no, it's a complete sentence. That's back from earlier. But no, your most powerful muscle is your tongue. And when you get up in the morning, I need you to exercise this muscle. You got to exercise that faith muscle. So this was kind of talked upon on the last one. So I'm going to walk you through this exercise. I'm going to walk you through one of the ones that I do in the morning. Y'all finna be my mirror, okay? Y'all my mirror. Because this is what I do. So I'm going to show you this mirror exercise, and you can do it too in your own style. Hold on, let me come to my mirror. All right. Walk up to my mirror. Hey, girl. Girl, I love you. I do. You surely is cute. Yes. Let me tell you, girl, you know what? You can have exactly what your daddy said you can have. Matter of fact, you are everything that your daddy said that you can have. No fat formed against you shall prosper. Your stomach will be flat. Your booty and your bank account will be juicy. Okay? You will go out in the world and you will reach thousands of women across the world, not just Winston-Salem, but across the world. Yes, you. And you will help these women live a healthier and a happier lifestyle without fear, without limits, without excuses, and you will teach them how to love themselves. Yes, girl, that is you. You will do that today. Okay, that's one of my exercises in the mirror. So can y'all pretend y'all got a mirror real fast? You can type it or you can say it. I can't hear you, but work that exercise in your life every day. So everybody real fast, get your pretend mirror, work that exercise. Tell yourself something today. Let me see what y'all doing. Y'all look good. Cheryl look real good, whatever she is saying. Yes. I love it. So that's exercise one. Y'all got that down. Work that faith muscle, okay? So exercises that you should do every day. We got to make sure our spirit man is right. All right. Whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. So like Dr. Kendra says, and it's something that I just love, she said, we need to talk less and pray more. She said, just shut up and pray. And we need to do that every day. And then we need to feed our spirit good things. So I know everybody on this call probably saved and sanctified, don't know what's going out in the world. But like right now, there's this song called WAP by Cardi B and the booty chick, Meg Thee Stallion. So it's a song called WAP. I will not tell you what that means, but I know we need to practice WAP, which is worship and praise, and keep that in our bodies. The song talks about glorifying our cookies and like how we can use our cookies to get what we want. But I'm gonna tell you, if you learn to love yourself, you don't need to use your cookies for nothing. Y'all know what I mean by cookies, right? Cookies is our goodies, the good stuff. They're supposed to be for your husband only. Those cookies are what I'm talking about. But anyhow, keep your spirit right. We got to exercise our spirit every day. So stay prayed up, stay in the word. If the word is not your thing, get something in there that's positive every single day. And then the other area that we must exercise is our body. We got to exercise our body. So I'm going to show you a few tips. Matter of fact, let me say this. Everybody's always like looking for the secret to lose weight or to get healthy. I'm going to tell you the secret. Are y'all listening? Y'all listening? Y'all ready? Ain't no secret. It's not a secret at all. Let me tell you 2 things. Eat right and eat less of food and move more. That's your secret right there. That's all you need to do. Eat right, eat less, and move more. Okay? And so, all y'all in chairs or at tables, let me tell you one that you can really do with your diet and exercise. You may not always have the time to eat the perfect food. Like, say for instance, Tammy is all the way down there in New Mexico. I'm gonna call you out, Tammy, because I don't know what you're doing down there. I don't know if you've done your workout yet today because you ain't told me. But let's just say, Tammy, your son done fix you a steak and a baked potato that's loaded with cheese and sour cream and bacon. Oh my God, I'm getting hungry. You got cake and dinner roll and all of that, and you're eating. You be like, okay, son, this is good, but we're going back to, one of our first things is that, we got to put ourselves first, and that's not part of your goal. So you're like, I'm not going to be able to eat all of this. I'm just going to take a bite or two. And so this is an exercise you got to do at the table all the time. All right, and we're going to all work on this together. So this is the thing. You put down, you push back, and you zip up. Repetition is key. Put that fork down, push back from the table, and zip your mouth. Do it with me. Put down, push back, zip up. I mean, you can even get funky with it. I'm going to put it down, push back, zip it up. Let me see who's doing that. I see Cheryl doing it. Wait a minute. Let me see who else is doing the dance with me. Paulette, I want to see you do it. I see Dr. Fran doing it. That's right. Yes. That's a good way to practice self-control and self-love when it comes to putting stuff in your mouth. We don't have to clean our plates, despite what our parents told us. I know I used to get a beating if I didn't eat everything on my plate, but we don't need to do that. Let's save ourselves some calories and pounds by putting it down, pushing it back, zipping it up. Y'all got that one? And then now, this is the part that I love. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need to go out the house. I'm going to show you some things that you can actually do anywhere you are at. Some movements, small little movements that can change your body. So I'm trying to adjust my camera so you can see me. All of these things you can do with a chair. Notice I came straight from work, so I still got on work clothes. So these are things that you can do in your office, at your kitchen table. Grab a chair. And the first thing I want you to do, y'all can get up and do this with me. Feel free to join me. It's always better when you got somebody else to work out with you. but we're gonna do chair push-ups. All right, women are always scared to do push-ups. So let's get on up and do some push-ups. Hands on the chair, you're gonna put your feet back and make sure that chair is braced somewhere so it don't move, because I don't want you to fall flat on your face. I tell my people, I will not help you unless you look like Morris Chestnut. I'm not giving you CPR. So don't fall and pass out around me, okay? So y'all got your chair. So we're just gonna come right here. With your chair, you're gonna press in and you're gonna lean back and you're just gonna press in and up. So while y'all are all right there, give me 5 of those. Y'all are looking good. Rhea, I think you had enough. And Donna, y'all had enough this morning. Donna, you did fantastic with those. All right. So that's really, really good. You got those. So while we got this chair, I'm gonna take this chair. So we're just gonna sit back in the chair and do some squats. So you're gonna sit it up and you're gonna sit it back. You can do this anywhere, in your house, in your office. Now, if you want to take that intensity, this is one of my favorite things in the chair, is the booty tap. Up that booty look good. My booty look good, y'all. So what you're gonna do is in your chair, instead of sitting all the way down, you're just gonna do some booty taps. So you go up and down real fast, keeping that booty tight. You look good, Kamar. You've been working on that. And then our last one that I'm going to show you, you're going to sit back down in your chair. Now, if you got a resistance band or something, that will work perfectly. If not, you don't need anything. I don't know if you can see with the camera position, but I'm sitting here and I'm just squeezing and closing my legs, just open and close. Really good for your inner thighs and your backside as well. And you can do those at your desk all day long. Anybody doing these clamshell squeezes with me? Okay, I see Leon is doing it. Connie is doing it. That is so good. So these are just some of the tips and some of the ways that if you want to love yourself, you can work on. Number 1 is, let me make sure I get it in the right order that I told y'all. Number 1 is being selfish. It's okay to say no, and it's okay to put yourself first. Number 2 is making time for yourself. Make it a date and make it be all about you. And please make sure that you get cute for that date. Don't go out the house busted and broke up looking, okay? Number 3 is invest in your health, all right? Either you're going to pay now or you're going to pay later. So decide which one you're going to invest in. And I say it's better to invest up front. And number 4 is to exercise daily. Your mental. Speak those positive affirmations. Look in the mirror and say, you got this, girl. You know, tell yourself you are wonderfully and fearfully made. You are everything that God has called you to be. I mean, I can go back to my St. Peter's days, and when I get in the mirror and I be like, I'm somewhere in the future and I look much better than I look right now. I'm somewhere in the future and I look much better than I look right now. So work your mental affirmations every day. Find some time to push that plate back. You ain't got to clean your plate. All right. Don't be greedy and eat everything in sight. Do those exercises every day, and then make sure you exercise your spirit. Pray more and fill your tank. Don't let your cup get empty. You know, we're always giving and pouring into others. So make sure that you pour in yourself and you stay filled up. So that is what I have for you tonight. I thank you so much for allowing me to come on. If you didn't catch it, my name is Keya. On the Move, I am your transformation coach. And if I haven't said it enough, my goal is to help women live a healthier and a happier lifestyle without fear, without limits, and without excuses. Now, before I let you go, I want to share one thing with you, and I think Tammy can put that on the screen. So I got a tip, and I want you to follow along on this journey. My group is going to do it. It's going to be 30 days of self-care. And I'll put it on the page so you can put it up somewhere where you can see it daily, but it's a challenge, and it's going to work all areas that I just said we need to exercise. It's going to work the body, the spirit, and the mind. It's 30 days. You can do the 30 days however you want to. Because like I went and do day 7 on the day that you got to go to work because you might not have a job. Because this says wake up when you want to. You better wake up when you're supposed to. And don't do that on boot camp days either. Okay, don't say that was one of the challenges was to wake up. So that's why I wasn't in class at 5:45 a.m. I will find you and hunt you down. Okay. But I encourage you to do this. And so if we have time, Tammy, the women that are on the call that will feel comfortable, I will want them to exercise that one, do the one exercise with the daily affirmation and just speak out on something that you really want to implement in your life. I can't hear you, Tammy. Did you say something?
So no, which one was that you said?
No, I mean, if anybody on the phone wants to go and use this platform as their mirror to speak something positive
so
in their life.
Yes. So what we would do is we will make sure everybody get a copy of that. I'm telling you that was hilarious when you talked about don't use number 7.
You better go to work when you're supposed to. You can't sleep in on that day.
Yes. So I don't know. So are you finished with that? So we just need to make sure.
I am done.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, I want to thank you so much for coming on because you made everybody get interactive. They had to participate and they had to stand up and do some exercise. She gave you some tips that you can do with no excuse that you can until you can get and meet us and come out and team up with the Tribe Sisters if you like. She also has given us a special for tonight. Ashley, I think you're going to put that over on the side if you want to join her. But before I do this, I want you all to see a video that had happened today. I was able to get it to Ashton, and Ashton is going to bring it up. And this is what happened with Donna Montgomery today is when she's our vision sister. And after our conversation, she made a step and she made the phone call to Keya she signed up. So I want you to see what happened today. Take it on, Ashton.
Come on! Join your sisters. I can too. 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 I can too.
Wow. I'm
Tammy,
telling
can I give a little bit more background and explanation on that?
Yes, you go ahead,
exactly
because
what
every time I
with
see that, it makes me cry.
Yeah. So, I mean, because from the outside, you may not know what was going on, but this morning, that was our battlefield. And we had a fit test. And the fit test was almost designed to break you down, because I know it broke me down when I did it. And so it was a test to see how you can endure and how you can press through. And so each woman was timed. They had to do some crazy stuff. We started at dark 0:30. It was dark outside. It was wet outside. And I got black women. I was ready to trade them, almost this close to trade them in for some white women. But it was black women. We got down on the wet grass. You know, sometimes how we are, my hair gonna be messed up, all of this. I mean, I'm like, listen, Linda, we ain't got time for all that. Just get down on the ground and do this. So it was push-ups, it was sit-ups, it was lunges, it was all type of stuff. And you had to run, you had to go up steps, you had to do all type of things. And so each woman was timed. When everybody finished and they were tired and broke down, they didn't just say, stop, I'm good, I got what I needed, I got what I came for. They became a group, a unit, say, okay, I got this. Now I'm gonna reach back and get you. I know what it takes to get through that because I just went through it. So you know how you done been through the fire and you know what it is. You still got the smoke on you, so you can go back and help some people. And that's what happened with Donna. And Donna, me and her talked last week. She said, I don't think I can join and I'm ready because I'm dealing with this and I'm dealing with that. And I'm like, that's exactly why you need to join, because we're going to help you get out of that spot that you're in. So what you're saying is Donna was the last one to come in. And we could have just stood them like, oh, she taking all this time. No, everybody got in and they helped her. They finished the exercises with her and walked her in. And when I say it even had tears in my eyes, it was just something to see that you can get. And I like to say this, Black women, because that's the area that I think that we all need to work on, is being supportive and working out and forming a sisterhood that we not trying to compete with each other. Okay. We can be ourselves and we can feel safe. So it was just a beautiful moment that we were able to share this morning. And she had a breakthrough with that too.
You know what? I tell you, that video, I cried because is Donna on here?
She was, but I think she's off. I know she had another call or something.
She did have a meeting. Well, you know, she gave her testimony today and she said, Tammy, I don't want to go because I'm the biggest one in the group. That was one of her excuses. Who cares? We love, because, you know, everybody has all shapes and sizes in the group. But what I love about it, that she went on and she did it, and look at what happened to her today. And she had no idea those ladies was going to come and pull her. And she was like, girl, I had to go up them steps. I said, girl, I know I've been there, child. So I had to tell her that. So I just want to say thank you, ladies, for tonight. This was very good information. Can't we say Janae and Keya did an amazing job? I want everybody unmute like we always do and say thank you and clap your hands.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Janae and Keya.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies.
Yes.
Very
These
good.
ladies-
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. These ladies here, they are local here, and they, like Janae, wrote a book because God gave her a gift. And you could go onto Amazon and you can get her book. Let's support her, get her book off of Amazon. Because what I want this platform to be is we all are together supporting each other. That's what vision is. That's what God called us to do, is to be sisterhood. And if Keya did not explain, if you didn't feel what I felt in that video tonight, let me tell you, I mean, it just blows my mind. So this is what vision is all about. It's not about me. It's not about you just by yourself. Because I told Donna, and she will tell you the story when her and I had our conversation. I said, what you're going to learn, what happened to you was you didn't even make it, because she was like, girl, she made us get on the grass, girl. It was wet out there. I said, but what you learned was it wasn't even about you. It was about somebody else. Think about somebody else that get to see that video. And because you cast a vision and say, yes, I'm going to do this, where would she be? So this is the testimony of having a vision book. This is the testimony of showing up and creating vision. You know, we have had people that has been with me from the beginning, and I am so thankful for all of my vision sisters that has got on here every single night to support this, because this is just the beginning. I tell you, Ashton and I, we're talking, we have some things that we're getting ready to bring out of casting vision, what God has shared with me in my heart. And let me tell you, we have had her testimonies after testimonies, and this is the beginning. So before we get off, I do want to give about 5 minutes, okay, about 3 minutes. We need one person to ask a question to Janae, one person to ask a question to Keya if you have a question. Please unmute for Janae. If you have a question about self-love, about her book, how did she come up with the ideal? And also Janae is helping me with something, and that I will be sharing with you all later. She is a ghostwriter as well. and she's just amazing. So do anyone have a question for Janae? Did I see anybody?
Oh.
Somebody, mute, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Janae. One thing you had mentioned is to, wait a minute, where was it? Oh, I'm trying to find it, wait a minute. You know, like making sure that your awkwardness, I think it was something about awkwardness you talked about. But how do you feel like sometimes, like I may be somewhere, I mispronounce a word, and then I think about it, and I feel bad about it. Then you second guess yourself, and then I start to say, like, I'm just not gonna say anything else, you know? And especially if I'm exhausted and tired. Yeah. How did you manage? Do you still have those moments, and how long and how do you get past that?
I mean, can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah. Like I was nervous tonight. I had all these, look at all these papers I had written down. I had all this stuff written down on all these papers, nervous because I wasn't sure. I wanted to be so, just make sure I get my information across correctly. Mm-hmm. And even though I didn't hit all my points, I know that I made an impact on someone here on this call tonight. So even though it is your awkwardness, you just embrace it and it's okay, because again, you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And for you all, you might be like, oh man, Janae did a great job. I don't think I did a great job because I missed some key points. And I was like, dang, I should have said this. Dang, I should have said that. But it's okay. So you just have to get to the point in your mindset where you're just like, okay, it's okay. I can regroup the next time. I'll try to do it this way.
And I think the main thing too is when people who do it, like other women, we do it to each other sometimes. And sometimes I brush it off as someone else may be feeling vulnerable or maybe feeling less than at that moment. And so they may be looking at something in other women to make themselves feel better, making, pointing out bad things in other women to make themselves look better. Sometimes I equate some of that. It may be, to that degree. But
thank you so much for asking that question, because a lot of times, women do not embrace each other, even though in their mistakes. And if we learn to embrace each other and love each other, no matter what, because you know what? God has given us grace, God give us mercy, and God loves us anyway. And if we can be that person, being God, we will be the same way. We can be the same thing like him. When we make a mistake, we just embrace it. That's what I do. Look, hey, I know I be messing up on this, but you know what? It's going to get better every day. Every time I get on and start speaking, the Lord, he speaks to me and I just do it. I obey. So the next question is Keya. What question do you have for her? Who wants to ask that question?
Be careful what you ask me. I don't sugarcoat nothing.
Who have a question for Keya when it comes to working out?
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Hi. How do you work on your abs while you're at work? Do you have a exercise that can help with your abs?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this real quick. Abs are made in the kitchen. You can do ab exercises all day long. If your diet isn't right, you're not gonna see them. But, and I mean, that's the truth. So I don't want some people focus on, I'm gonna do 60 minutes of abs. You can have your abs show up without doing any ab exercises at all, but your diet has to be on point to actually see them. So let's put it like this. Abs are made in the kitchen, but they're revealed with your exercise. They're revealed in the gym. So if you're sitting in your chair and you want to work on your abs, you can put your hands behind your back. This is not your back, your head, and just crunch forward, making sure that you engage your core. You can do it right there. And then if you want to take it up a level, you add that crunch, and then you're going to turn to the side. So you can crunch down and side. So you're going to work your obliques and your abs up in here.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now make sure you try that in your chair, and then you find me and tag me and let me know. I mean, do a video and send it to me so I can make sure you did it.
I will.
Hold on, what's
Thank
her
you.
last name? I gotta write this down because I gotta make sure she do it. What's
I'm
your
gonna
last
do
name?
it. Pickett. It's Pickett. Pickett.
Oh, I'm gonna find
Actually,
you. I will call you out if you don't do it.
I know you will. I will do it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, lady. So Kill is often a special. Kill, do you want to tell them about that before we say goodbye?
Yes. So if anybody, and thank you for allowing me to do this. If anybody is interested in joining boot camp, I got a trial for you. You can join us until the end of August. I think Ashton put the information up on in the chat, but you can join us for $40. That is a good price, and with that, you get your 3 workouts. We do a Monday Tribe Talk, which is a motivational call. We talk about nutrition, we talk about self-help, exercise, a little bit of everything. And you just get a big tribe of sisters that are going to help you reach your fitness goals. So that information is up there. You can get it out the chat, or you can find me. My name is on the screen, Keya on the Move Ward. That's me on Facebook. You can ping me a message if you would like more information on joining, but everything is in the link. So if you are ready to invest in yourself by eating right and exercising, I think this is a good opportunity for you to come and see what the tribe is about.
Thank you, Keya.
So
Janae,
thank you.
I did have somebody ask, could you put in how they can get on Amazon? Could you write in there exactly how to pull up that book in Amazon?
Okay, I'll do it now.
So you can see that.
Okay.
So while she's doing that, again, ladies, I just want to say I really, really appreciate you all. Don't forget to go on to Vision Book and subscribe. My Vision Book on my YouTube. And Ashton is working with me. We're kicking off my real estate. So I want you guys to go to my Facebook page that he's working on. It's called Realtor Tammy Watson. So he put that up there. He was like, make sure you remind everybody to do that. So join our Facebook page, keep up with the tribe. And then also you want to visit my YouTube channel. So what Ashton is doing is he's putting everything that we have done with the video book, he's putting out there on YouTube. So this will be out there on YouTube as well. So anybody can go out there and be able to take a look and continue to go back. You know, Dr. Patricia Bailey, all of her stuff will be there on YouTube. The other thing is next Tuesday, she has not told me yet. She was on, but then she had to get off because she was working with someone, and that was an emergency. Of course, you guys know what she's doing, but she has not told me who that surprise person is going to be for next week for the legacy. That will be our last class, but the only thing that we will have is a manifestation class. And so basically what we will do is people that have put their books together, we will come back together and we will talk about things that had happened. I don't know how that's going to go yet. I will pray to the Lord and let the Lord tell me how that's going to be. I hope that these classes have been a blessing to you all, that you all have cast vision. You have been able to build good relationship with people in your community, with your mother, with your sister and your brother. I had someone tell me, they was like, when you talked about the extended family, that really got me because I have not talked to my sister in 2 years. And so she had to go mend that relationship. And so there's so many things happen out of this. So I just please want you guys to remember to create that vision book, and let's do it from concept to manifestation, and that you all are getting everything that you want. So I believe Janae has put it there. Did you put it there, Janae? You're muted.
I'm doing it now. I think I sent it to Fran by mistake privately.
Okay, so please make sure you get her book, and as soon as she get that, anybody else want to say anything? One person while she's getting that up. Then we're going to be saying bye-bye. Do you appreciate how the vision book has gone? I get some head shaking. Yes. Did you get it up? Oh, there it go. So it's 30 Days of Loving You by Janae Childress. So if you want to write that down, because I did have someone to ask me, how do you get it in this office? And it will come to you like the next day. So let's support our sister. And I want to say again, thank you for coming on and learning how to love yourself. Thank you. And you all have a good night.
Tammy.
Bye-bye.
Tammy.
Yes. Yes.
One quick question. You had put something on the Facebook about the eyes gel or something you were selling or wanted us to help sell.
Oh, okay. That was a while back. No, I was saying, oh yes, there. My friend, Mavet Usher.